Mountain debrief time it is, and what a debrief we have today. Incredible deep powder experience at CHISENUPURI Cat Tour. Is that the official name? I don't know what the official name is, but it's CHISENUPURI. It used to be a small ski resort, way up kind of high elevation on the very western side of the Niseko Annupuri mountain range. So you have Hanazono, Hirafu, Niseko Village, Annupuri, Niseko Moiwa, CHISENUPURI. Okay, so it's way over here. It's on the way up towards Goshiki. It had this little hooded pear lift for the longest time. We used to ride it back in the day, and its days were numbered. It's owned by the city. It went out of business. It just sat sort of abandoned for a few years. And eventually, ownership changed hands, and now it is run and operated by the Hokkaido Backcountry Club, who do a great job with it. They set up a really kind of unique operation here. You have a cat that takes you up. We did 14 runs today. 14. Now, they're not super long, but they're like a perfect kind of length. You know, it's like party laps with your friends on a cat. It really is. It's party runs with your friends on a cat. It was just dumping today. So you get to ride what used to be the actual courses on the resort. I don't even want to call it a resort. It was a little ski hill, okay? The resort, the courses that were on the ski hill, plus all the tree runs, and there's all these little valleys and pockets and little nuggets of goodness everywhere. It's just incredible. And it's a really safe operation. There's no massive open dangerous slopes. You know, everybody can just ride together. That's why I say it's party runs. And there's guides. There's a lead guide and a tail guide, and your cat driver. And we had a great pizza lunch. There's a lodge at the bottom that you can go to and take breaks. If someone wants to take a break, you can go down and have coffee and some snacks. They got cookies and stuff in there, a wood-fired stove. It's a very authentic experience. And today, basically, we just nailed it. Like, the timing could not have been better. It didn't really snow for at least 3 days in the Niseko area, and the backcountry was pretty much at the end of its usability. People were searching for those last little powder stashes on the north faces of mountains, Mount Yote. Pretty much everything had been tracked out. And the storm moved in late last night, and boom, 40 centimeters at least of creamy, kind of windy, so it was a little wind affected snow, but not in a bad way. Not like you're gonna get stuck and can't move. Like, it was a good, rideable, pretty fast powder. You had to have the right board. You didn't want to have the wrong equipment. But our crew was well equipped for the conditions. And I've been hanging out on a Kamui tour. Kamui is relatively new. They do custom tours. They will create super custom tours to fit what you want to do here in Japan, including outdoor activities, obviously skiing and snowboarding, backcountry experiences. They have all the great guides. They've checked everyone and really worked out who the right people are to work with, and they will custom fit an incredible experience. And I've been on a tour with Stuart Rioza, an incredible chef from San Francisco. He has, I believe there's 3 restaurants really in a close proximity in San Francisco. And so he was doing this tour with some guests, cooking, snowboarding. He's an amazing snowboarder as well. And it was a great group of people, everyone having fun on the cat. And, you know, maybe it's not in everyone's budget. It's not the cheapest option on the mountain. But it's also not the most expensive option around here. I will say that. So if you have the right group of people and you have the budget for it, man, the Chise cat in Niseko is one of my highest recommendations. I think this is my 4th experience and each one has been unique and different each time, but they're all great. The snow may be a little different, but each time, if like today it was so deep, we stayed really close. We did not venture far away, and that's why we got a lot of runs. But if the snow is not quite the same, you might start to venture off a little more. Skiers left, skiers right. There's some lines that are further away, but you do have a little bit of a run to come back, and that eats up a little bit of time, so your total runs might be less. But that's another great experience. There's a whole lot to explore there, and it's just a really, fun cat operation. You should be confident in the trees. Today, the visibility, because it was snowing so hard, was incredibly bad. At points, there was really no visibility, and we were going pretty fast in tight trees. So, because the visibility was better in the trees, so keep that in mind. But I would like to highly recommend it. And what can I say? Absolutely fantastic. So, the weather looks like today, big storm, high winds. I imagine a lot of the lifts were affected at different resorts. I was way too busy this morning to check details. I think tomorrow we'll have some winds remaining, and more snow is predicted for tomorrow. So I think the mountains here on western Hokkaido will continue to see more snow. Then it's going to kind of lighten up a bit throughout the rest of the week or into next week. But we should, all the mountains, all the backcountry is going to be pretty much reset in a good way. So that's good news. If you're heading up here, we got the Snow Festival coming up soon. I think that means a lot of people are going to be coming into Hokkaido in the next week or two. And we are back to full-on cold winter conditions here, which is great. So, look forward to seeing you all in Hokkaido. If you have any questions or comments, send them through. I get a lot of questions and I get a lot of comments, so I do my best to reply. But if you don't get a reply, it just means I'm kind of maxed out. You know what I'm saying? All right, folks. Thanks for watching as always, and see you in the next one. Drive safe.